wants the wife to order me a pumpkin spice latte. Stand by. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing today? Welcome aboard this Sunday afternoon. Oh yeah, it's time for some 319 action. Hold on, I'm adjusting my headphones here. Trying to get everything scrambled in here before I have a little bit short on time, as always. It seems like trying to get set up for these streams. But here we are back again. Thank you all for tuning in, sharing a little bit of time out of your day with me on the Sunday afternoon, evening, morning, wherever it may be you're tuning in from. It is morning out here in Kathmandu. I ran the time forward just a little bit. I think it was supposed to be 1 a.m. right now or something. I ran it forward to like 5. So the sun has just started to come up over the hills. It is getting nice and bright outside as we set up to fly over to one of the world's most challenging airports in the, pretty much just one of the most challenging airports in the world. It's not necessarily the deadliest airport. Apparently there's another one that's more deadly. It's a small little strip somewhere. I think Papua New Guinea. I have to double check. But either way, this one is always a spicy approach. We've done it a couple of times on here. We haven't done it in the Fenix 319, though, which is a real airplane that does go into Paro. I think there's less than 20 pilots in the world that can fly this route, and we're going to pretend that we're one of them. I haven't done any practice flights. I haven't flown into Paro since the last time we flew into Paro on stream, so it should be fun. And I just got done flying a 321 all week. So I put the poll out. I said, did you guys want to do 321 comparison today or Paro? And the vote was Paro. So tomorrow we'll be on the 321. I'm going to compare some real-world data. I've got the 321 fresh in my mind, but the 319 is my baby. I love the 319. She's been good to me. It was good to us on release day. I think we had a nice butter into Key West, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do the same here as we take this puppy into Paro, Bhutan. Callie Simmer, good to see you. I missed a mean double-double. Man, Callie Simmer, where were you? We landed 2-4 right, Callie Simmer. However, I was concerned with the... with the approach. The first officer was flying, so I didn't even see the in and out down there. I was really focused on making sure. It was only his third landing in a 321, so I was being a little extra cautious, if you know what I mean. But hope you had a wonderful weekend. Digital Merc, good to see you. Chris Levins in the house, because I was going to say Slothy is right below him. Slothy is good to see you. Logan 7K, welcome to Commercial Pilot. Glad to have you on board. Infian Ewok, the professional in-flight vlogger himself. Good to see you, man. I thought the Paro approach had to be with the 777. It does. I have not forgot. I still owe Mark. Well, I think he already bought the 777, but there is a 777 challenge in the Paro, which we will do. I want to do this stream first, though, because it's going to give me a little practice run, right? And then we'll do the 777, see if we can get her stopped in Paro. I don't know if that's going to work out, but I may end up owing Mark a 777. Anyway, we'll see.
Clear prop?
Clear prop. Look at that. Druk Air. What is that? An ATR spinning up? Man, we got to do some ATR ops. Why don't you guys vote for props whenever I put up the polls?
Hotel mode.
Ah, hotel mode. Very cool. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Return leg for extra juice. Blue Bear. Unfortunately, I can't, man. Not tonight. I've been gone all week. We're going to do a little cooking out tonight for the last preseason game. And then I spent some time with the kids, but tomorrow we'll have a nice long stream. We're doing some 321 operations, and then we're going to be streaming pretty much all week long. So just a short one today, short, juicy, and fun. And let's just hope we don't put it in the mountains, okay? I think Gus Rodriguez is flying with us. He's our CFIT specialist. He's already stuffed one into the hillside in the mountains of Colombia. So I look forward to seeing what happens to him on this one. My Delta is a 19. Why shows this weird thing? I don't know what that, yeah, you're showing a 7.3. And you're showing a 321 Neo in Delder. 321 Neo over there. Interesting. I just flew a 321 Neo last night, too. All right. Let's get this thing fired up, shall we? It's going to be a fun one. Zach Lewine, thank you so much for the 16 months of support. Happy to catch a stream again. Been a minute. Yes, indeed. And here's the other thing. If y'all like CFM engines, and I will never understand the craze for CFM engines, I think they look absolutely not as cool as IAEs, and they definitely don't sound as cool as IAEs, and they just don't have the oomph as IAEs in all aspects. Sounds, fuel flow, just pure noise. I think the IEs are superior in all those aspects. That's why they're my favorite. So if you want to see a CFM reverser, flower reverser deployment, this is going to be the stream for you, because we'll probably never fly CFMs again after this. But this is the real aircraft that they run up there with the CFM engines. What approach we're taking? Also, models should be fixed. Gus, I was going to ask y'all, you guys want to see the RNP X-ray? There's the 319. So we can do the full-blown RNP X-ray. I don't have my old school charts. If you remember the last time we did this, Shaq Oatmeal said we had our, what was it, the circa 2002 approach charts that I took screenshots of. But going into Paro, the current charts, I think we're going to do a current approach on the RNAV X-ray. Let me go to all charts here. Approaches. I'm planning on doing the RNP Zulu, I think, for 1.5. Or 3.3. So we'll pick it up here, and then we'll fly it in nav mode all the way down. And we're going to not do an FLS, because if you do an FLS on this, you can get screwed. So you were hoping for those charts, Harris. I know. I don't even know. Those were on my old PC. So, I mean, we could still wing it if you want. I'll put a poll in chat after we take off. But there was the old school approach. Basically took you in, overfly the field, and then you go circle over here and come back. Now, we can do that for fun if you want, or we can just nav it up and see how the Fenix does on the RNP. This is actually an RN. Let's see. Where are the mins on this? RNP. Where is the 0.3 required? So we'd be able to do that. They have a Yankee as well. A Yankee. That's for coming around the other way, though, isn't it? Actually, no, we could do the RNP Yankee, right? I guess we could do the RNP Yankee and then break it off here at 708 and do the visual circle. Is that what you guys want to do? I'll star this one then. If this is what we want to do, because how it works is basically you come here and then you're going to go out and do that circle and then come back and land. Something like that. You guys want to do that? I think we should do that one. I don't remember any of the altitudes. I don't remember any of the airspeeds. So we're going to wing it like Wingnut does whenever he's out flying. So Wingnut, good to see you, man. And JP dropping the 10 gifted memberships, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted members to the channel. Very cool. Very appreciative of that. If you pick a membership up from JP, make sure you say thank you. Absolute legend, indeed. Only 4 squares left in the go-around office pool. Hey, Hal W., what's up, man? Visual Direct 3.3 is the most impressive. I don't even have that chart. I don't have those charts, so the only charts I have are these 3. So we got to be one of these 3. I think the RNP Zulu would be probably just, let's just do that one. I want realism. So, plus we should probably check out the weather too before we get up there. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. Battery 1, battery 2. I had to rebind all my views because I haven't flown the CFMs at all. So I'm making sure everything is, my overhead looks a little bit off. Let me center you up a tad, sir. Right there. That looks better. That'll be my new overhead view. All right, external power's coming on. Hopefully you can hear sim sounds. Make sure you hear sim sounds. Sounds are all kind of always jacked up in this thing. Coming to life. I flew the RNP Yankee for the 1.5 last evening, and the last fix puts you at 3,000 feet AGL. Interesting. We'll look at it. All right, everything's cool. My mini FCU is working. That's good. So we got mini FCU up and running, and we got them in hotel mode. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the aircraft fired up. Crew supply ground control CVR test. And let's go ahead and, let's get these aligned. That's coming into alignment. We'll go auto, nav position 1, seatbelts off, arm the emergency exit lights. Fire test has been completed for the APU. We'll do engine 1, engine 2. Is the landing gear up? It is. Landing gear lever is up. Thank you. It's down now. Had it on my Honeycomb Bravo. That's part of the check, pre-flight check. That's why you should do your pre-flight cockpit initialization checks. I was checking. I was just making sure you guys were paying attention. I can't have anybody sleeping on this approach. Good afternoon, V1 from Fort Drum, New York. John Franco, welcome in, man. Glad to have you on board. All right, FMGC. Ew, that's us. CFM 56.5B. That's gross. We'll come over here. Let's go ahead and see what the Fenix weight and balance is We only have 99 folks here. If we load aircraft, load aircraft, 6 minutes. That'll be real fast. All right, let's do it. 6-minute loading. Let's come down here and get the flight plan in the box. We're going off of, what's the call sign for Drake Air? Drake Air? Drake Air? Cost index will be 75. We're going up to 37 thou, if I'm not mistaken. Filed at 37. Yes, we are. 37,000 feet. Temperature off the ECAM is
Royal
22.
Bhutan.
What is it? Oh, yeah, Royal Bhutan. Royal Bhutan. All right, we're going to depart 15 out of Catman, or I'm sorry, we're going to depart 020. Let me check the chart here. We want to go south, I believe. I already looked at this one. The Agris 1 Echo. Yes, we're going to depart southbound on the 20 Egris 1 Echo. So 20 Egri 1 Echo. And the transition is Kimi. Right there. Insert that. Scroll it all the way down. Short flight plan. I think it's less than 3. Yeah, it's 302 miles. This will add some distance here as we set up the arrival, though. VQPR arrival. Royal Bhutan. Thank you. Yeah, that is the call sign. All right, what did we decide on? We're landing 15. I'm gonna make an executive decision. I'll keep going to that alternate airport there. RNP Yankee 15 is what we're going to do, because we haven't done that last time. We'll do RNP Yankee 15. No. Nah, let's not do that one, because then we got to go all the way out here at PR77. This leaves you at 708. Reference the minimums. 10,000 feet. So yeah, 3-3 would be fancy. You're talking about this one here from Gitshow. We're not coming all the way from Gitshow, though. We'll do this one. We'll go off of PR 888 for the RNP Yankee, and then we'll make up our own circle. RNP Yankee 3-3 on the Subsu 1, approach via. And the fix that we want to hit for this, because we're going to circle after 708, is PR 888 is what we want to take it out to. PR 888 insert. That looks good. Secondary. Let's do a quick initialization. If we pop one out of here, we're hosed, but we'll put it in here anyway. VNKT, VNKT. If you're doing this in the Phoenix, good luck slowing down on final. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Secondary flight plan. If we have to come back, since we're taking off 20, we'll just come right back to the RNAV 20. And we'll go here, secondary perf. We'll just put in the perf data. All we care about is temperature of 22. We'll zero out the winds. It's pretty much calm right now anyway. And the latest Magic Barrel ref key says 2988. 29.88 is set. Barrow, right now we're 4,300 feet. Let's just say it's 4,800 for the barrel. I don't want to take the time to look it up. Progress page, we'll put VNKT here for a reference for our departure. We're still in low accuracy. We're still aligning. Go to the init B, and actually the init page, we'll come over here to IRS init, align on ref, confirm. Init B, we'll look at our fuel. 12.6 is what we got. That's what we need. Fuel tank pumps are coming on. That's going to Captain only. Seatbelt sign is coming on. And 12.6 on board. 12.6 goes right here. Double check the fuel, make sure it is balanced. It is. And ladies and gentlemen, let's fire up the ATPU. We're ready to go. Landed there yesterday at 160 knots, couldn't slow down. Oh, Gus, you're doing the Zulu? Why are you doing the Zulu? Is that cheat mode? Gus is going to do the Zulu approach. All right, let's pull up the APU. Let's go. I'm getting ready to head to Detroit I'm ready to head to Det in Europe, flying straight INS aircraft.
At least for me here shows only the Zulu as available for runway 15, the both 33, the X-ray and the Yank. So
he wants to do the the Zulu. Aircraft loaded. Let's go back to, gosh, dang it. VQPR approaches. Yeah, the Zulu is the one that I wanted to do. Should we just do the Zulu? Let's just do the Zulu. That one looks way more fun. Okay, we're going to do the Zulu as well. We'll take it off PR 888.
I do traffic roll Bhutan 2095.
Let's do the Zulu approach. I don't want to circle if I don't even have the right chart. So we're going to do the RNAV Zulu 15. We're still going to do the Subsu 1, which we're on. We're going to do the approach via PR 888 insert. There we go. I like that better anyway. All right, VOR mode. Terrain on ND. We can't do it yet because we're still waiting to align. Let's go ahead and start that. We got 1 minute till align. And who's that Royal Bhutan in hotel mode? There he goes. Oh, look at that. Chat, this is going to be a short stream today, so make sure we get as many likes as possible. We're going to go for 319 likes, not 320, not 321. We're going to do 319 likes today. Short stream. Help out the algorithm, help out the channel. I appreciate y'all tuning in this Sunday. Yeah, my company is too cheap to buy GPS, so we operate INS only. I mean, we have ILS if you are, but flying in Europe no GPS is not fun. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of extra work, Rain Man. That's going to be a lot of extra work indeed. Indeed. Virtual Flight Diaries dropping 10 gifted memberships. Royal Flight Diaries. Thank you so much, Virtual Flight Diaries. I appreciate that. Very kind for getting another 10 gifted memberships. Y'all are going to be needing to use the emojis today. We got the bank angle check emoji. If you're unfamiliar, originally stemmed from this airport. So there's a 7-3 Classic that was on approach. They were landing 3-3, I believe, with the bank angle check. And that's whenever there's a donation, not a super chat, you'll see the bank angle check. That's where it originated from. So get ready to use your brand new bank angle check emojis for today. This stream should be full of bank angle checks. You have your IR check right tomorrow, Fly Jags. Hey, man, go crush it, man. I'm excited for you. Let us know how you do. I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful check ride. And just remember, you fly the airplane. You're the pilot in command. Don't let the airplane fly you. If you see it doing something weird, fix it, and fix it now. And you'll be fine, man. Oh, Dynasty, you're going to hear it, my man. You're going to hear it. All right, let's go ahead and pull the external power. Let's get the APU bleed on. It's been 3 minutes. We are pretty much ready to go. Nav accuracy upgraded. Let's get the... see how many jump seaters we got today.
Traffic roll Bhutan 2095. We are taking the runway. Backtrack for 20.
All right, I want to watch this thing take off. Are you in an ATR? I wonder what model he's actually in. All right, let's run some perf data. And actually, before we do that, we should do our send to McDo. That looks good. Perf data. We're going off 20. I was right. Dry. We're going to do a Optimum Force
Just
Toga.
read you on the radio there, everyone.
I'm sorry, what model ATR are you in? Can you not hear me? You can't hear me. All right, sync live, sync final. Let's calculate these numbers out of the gate, see what happens. Toga required.
357, you need to check your mic settings. We're not reading it.
Oh, that's probably because I unplugged and replugged again. Let me check. Test. Nope, hold on. Why can't it pick us up? Testing? 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 No, no. Dude, AMD. Never again. Input is microphone, right? Testing. No. How about now? Testing 22.8. Great. So now VPilot just doesn't want to work. I can hear everybody else just fine. It's set up just fine. Golly, I hate running this stuff.
Do you hear me?
I got you loud and clear. How me?
Reading 5x5.
How about me? Can you hear me? No.
Only Zippy so far.
I don't know. I don't know, chat. It's set up properly in the microphone device. What's weird is I can't even do like a test. Unless I have to restart.
Kathmandu traffic roll Bhutan 29.5. We're departing 20.
I'm gonna restart it. I'm gonna restart the Iveo Premium. Can you hear me now? I mean, it's all set up right. As far as I can tell. Okay, now it's working. I just needed to restart it. That's ridiculous. 122.8 mic check.
5x5.
Finally 5x5.
You can blame AMD on that one. All right, Brandon Broadsky, thanks for the 14 months support. JJ Stevens, thanks for the $5 super chat, my man. Really appreciate that super chat. It says, I noticed a lot of people struggling with the 319, slamming it down on the runway. What are your thoughts on that, JJ?
You has a problem with your mic.
I love it, man.
That we will never know why.
Oh, there goes that ATR. There he goes. There he goes. JJ, no, I love the 319 handling, man. I've been doing some landings in it since before it released, and I think it's spot on. The 319, 320, 321, they all land slightly different. 319 being one of the more challenging ones to get a smooth landing, especially when you're light, at least in real life. When you're a light 319, it's really challenging to get a smooth landing. We got pretty lucky on our first stream. We did a nice butter into Key West. Ask me after I crash this one into Paro, though. We'll see. We'll see how much I like it then. But no, in all honesty, I've been messing with the landing modes on these airplanes, and I think this is the closest we have got to the real thing. Now, does it land exactly like the real A320, A319? No, nothing will. Does it land really close to how the sims land? Yeah. This is our, like I said, this is probably one of the best renditions that we have. And what's so, how you know that this is true is all these airplanes have the same fly-by-wire law, right? 19, 20, 21, it's all the same thing. Roll rate, G-load. But in real life, you can tell they all feel just a little bit different. And Fenix has recreated that here in the expansion pack, and you gotta love it. Absolutely love it. So, appreciate y'all. All right, we're up and running. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's send this to the McDo. Numbers are sent. We need to connect and close all these doors. We got a little bit behind because we were sitting there flubbing around with the microphone. Cam 321, good to see you, man. Cam, thanks so much for that video last night, dude. Really appreciate that. That was pretty cool, man. I have to lie to you though. It was a flex of 56, and I should have went Toga. There's a reason I didn't. I'll be emulator maybe, but it was a flex of 56, so it wasn't crazy derated. But that was a sweet bid, man. X Crystal says, I've slammed into the ground on every 319 flight so far. Welcome to the Airbus. We'll see how this one goes. Alexandra Bellini, thank you for the 34 months of support. V1, I'm back. Going to get a new PC for the 319. Heck yeah.
095, we're in the circle. We're climbing up to 190.
All right, let's get out of here. We gotta get on our way here. All right, beacon is on. Cams are coming on. Yes, they are. This one's all jacked up, isn't it? Is that in the proper spot? I guess that's close enough. Yeah, you can see it. All right, let's connect the tug and roll. All right, brakes are released, clear to push. We'll go straight back. Cacao in the house. V1, I'm headed back to the 320. Oh, per company emails, my seniority was able to hold the 320 captain down in San Juan. Hey, Cacao, that's awesome, man. I think I saw you post some pictures in the Discord, too. That's so cool, man. Thanks for sharing. If I'm down in San Juan, I'm going to hit you up, man. That's very cool. Get the whole left seat, San Juan. That can be a commute for you. I forget. Aren't you from around that area? I thought you were from the islands. Caribbean? No? At least you lived out there? Maybe? I don't know. All right, we're in the push. Let's go. I got cruise at 37, Gus. Yeah, is that a little too aggressive? I mean, we should be able to get up there. We're pretty light. We should be able to get up there, no problem. Have I tried real A cars? Jeron, I have not, but I saw something about that recently, and I was intrigued. Is that... I'll have to watch it again. You have to remember, I just came off another trip. I basically had 2 trips stacked up back to back, so I've been flying real world last couple of days. And I literally got in this morning I got home, I think, at 2:30 in the morning. And, yeah, I'm running on like 5 hours of sleep and 2 cups of coffee. So, trying to catch back up this week with all the new flights and stuff. Does ROW use hectopascals? Who's ROW? No idea. It would all be SOP, man. I will stop here. We'll make the turn out. Now we're going to do a engine start, which is going to be super mid because it's a CFM, which again, I don't understand why y'all love this airplane so much, or the CFMs. We'll start number 2 first even. We'll go full-blown Royal Bhutan on this one. So we're going to start 2 first. I'm going to be quiet, enjoy the startup sounds on the CFM. It helps if you turn the ignition on, right? Let's go ahead and try that again. Ignition mode to ignition start. I'm not qualified to start engines. I'm a captain. It's the first officer's job. Starting 2. Here we go.
250 hours.
Fake pilots.
Kathmandu traffic, Delta 9852, starting pushback, gate number 7.
You're a long way from home, Delta.
Doing the elder missionary program.
Starting 1, here we go.
Kathmandu traffic, roll Bhutan 2095. We're out of the circle, running my ass to Paro.
Catch you there.
Kathmandu traffic, PSA 705, pushing stand 5 Kathmandu traffic.
That's like a Kathmandu professional. He's probably like, who the hell are all these Americans in here? Except Gus. Well, I guess Zippy's not American either. Delta misread KATL as Kathmandu. That's funny, Charlie Romeo. All right, we got 2 good mediocre starts. Let's go ahead and go ignition normal. We'll arm that. Our flaps were 1 for departure. CFM flaps are also mid. Still love the 319 flap animation. I love the Phoenix. 319 is legitimately becoming my favorite airplane on the sim. I mean, as far as all the I love the 321 too, but man, this 319 is just so, I just love it, man. It makes me so happy. All right, 2 good starts. We're going to do a packs off takeoff, I think, for performance anyway, but so we'll kill the APU though, because there's a lot of APU restrictions out here. So APU is coming down, 2 good starts. Trim for takeoff is up 0.4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is set. Let's do a flight control check. Full up, full down, neutral. Excuse me, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, a neutral. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Kathmandu traffic, Royal Bhutan 357, taxi runway 20, Kathmandu. Let's go. I'm very surprised, actually, that they run the CFMs Royal Bhutan. Actually, they're running 220s in here now, right? I thought Royal Bhutan, they retired the 319 going into Paro, and is it a 220 now? Do you set the flaps, flight control, speed brake, or calibrate null zones? Bite me. You're working just fine. We're leveled. Everything looks good. Let's just make sure. Full up. Yeah, it looks good. It's responding well, and it's returning to neutral. So we'll just leave that status message on there because there's nothing I can do about it. Null zones seem fine to me. MCP altitude, we should set that. 370 is set. Thank you. See, I'm just doing all this to make sure you guys are paying attention. Just making sure you guys are paying attention. Let's go auto brakes max, takeoff config checked. We'll get rid of you. That's on and auto. We don't have any squawk codes, so we'll just put 2000 in here. We'll go TARA. We'll turn you on. We're in up mode, looking good. We'll also get terrain on the ND. Now, before we blast off, let me do a Magic Barrel Ref update. We got to look at the SID. I believe there's a speed restriction coming out of here, and I want to make sure we don't mess it up. When we flew the 777 out of here, when we took it into Kai-Tak, I definitely flubbed up the departure speeds. The reason there's a speed restriction is a real tight turn out of here. Max 220 until KT 920. So let me look at my flight plan. Let's see. 220, that's in there. All right, good. And that's 220. Okay, so the speeds restrictions are in there. If we leave it in managed speed, we should be good. Should be good. A319 landing in either Monterey or Burbank. Hey, we're going to hit up Burbank this trip. So my next trip, I picked up a trip for next Friday, over the holiday weekend here, because I'm taking most of September off. But I picked up one juicy trip for this coming weekend, and it's basically like West Coast shuttle ops. I mean, you name it. Burbank, John Wayne, Vegas, LA, San Jose. Like it's a lot of legs. I feel like a regional pilot, but they're all short flights, and it's West Coast flying. I was like, all right, let me just do one last hurrah before we take September off.
Taxi to runway 20 Kathmandu traffic.
All right, we'll back taxi. Kathmandu traffic. Robotown 357 back taxi 20 Kathmandu. All right, we're going to back taxi. Nobody's on final. Let's get all our lights on those so it'd be more visible. Clear left. Clear on the right. We'll take it on out for the back taxi. Those CFMs sure like to taxi slow. Yeah, they do, man. They don't have the oomph. They don't have the oomph. Do you prefer a lot of legs or one long flight? Schultz Gaming, I get that question a lot. I really got to say, man, it depends, you know, because if you have the right long flight, like one leg home, I would rather do one leg home, one long leg on the last day just to come home than doing multiples. But if I'm let's say I'm on a 3-day trip, and day 2, that middle day, I have the option of doing 3 short flights of like an hour 20 block time, so they're probably about 50-minute flights, or doing 2 3.5-hour flights, 3-hour flights. I think I would take the 3 short flights because, I mean, let's be honest, I mean, the fun part of flying is takeoff and landing, right? It doesn't matter how long I've been doing it. That's still, I don't know any pilots be like, yeah, the most fun part is sitting up there and cruise. So, but if it's go home day, give me that one leg because there's less opportunity for things to go wrong. 3-leg days with full day pay. Hey, A-Rod, how about 1-leg days with full day pay? That's what I'm talking about, my man. I'm talking about 11:31 arrival PM and getting a 2-day pay for that. All right, we're going to line her up on 20. Definitely been flying 321 all week. All right, we are ready to go. Lights on. We're going to do packs off, so we'll go ahead and kill pack 1, kill pack 2. All right, there was a lot of gifted members at the beginning of the stream. So here's your opportunity. Let's get those yogas in chat. Kathmandu traffic, Royal Bhutan 357 departing runway 20 out to the northeast, Kathmandu. Let's spool them up 50. Now, I'm going to try to get excited for these CFMs, but here we go. Spool them up 50. Turn my lights on. Yoga. Eh. So mid. Toga SRS auto thrust blue. Thrust set. 100 knots. Check.
9852, back tack to runway 20 for departure.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Fly with. God, I love it. Freaking love the 319. See how she just pops off the ground too? That's at the 319. She gets airborne very easily.
PSA 705, taxiing runway 20, traffic light.
All right, let's do thrust reduction from engine view. It's okay. I give it a 6 out of 10. If the IE is 10 out of 10, that's a 6 out of 10. All right, let's go ahead and get pack 2 on for the passengers. Flies so well, guys. I can't stress how good, how realistic feeling this 319 is. Whatever Blackmagic Fenix has done to differentiate the models, it's paid off because this is just great. Here comes S-Speed, flaps 0 after takeoff checklist. .220 max, so we're at 200, that's fine.
Terrain ahead.
Terrain check. Air pack 1 associated, clear air, pack 1's coming on. Again, when you do a packs off takeoff like that, you want about 10-15 seconds before turning the second pack on because you don't want to, it's a little bit uncomfortable on the ears. Gosh, that reflection. I want to just turn the autopilot on and look at that wing view, but oh, that's a screenshot. Man, can we hit 300 likes before top of climb just for the juice?
Traffic Delta 9852 starting takeoff runway 20 on the E3 1A departure.
There's 10K, lights are coming off. We'll lower the nose. Now, what was that speed? It was max 220 at KT 920. So we still haven't hit 920, so I'm going to select 220 knots. 220 selected. Still basically doing a green dot climb out here. We'll start to lower the nose. Even for a 319, you can tell it's still less on the performance at 11,000 feet, you know, compared to blasting off at sea level. Kathmandu traffic, Bhutan, Royal Bhutan 357 out of 12,000 feet. We're out to the east. Last call, Kathmandu. All right, we're just missing out on too much juice here. So let's go ahead and engage autopilot 1. Wow. Is that Everest? Where's Everest? This departure is something, though. Look at this with the clouds, just perfect. Ooh, buddy. Let's go full screen cam. All right, there's our transition. Magic Barrel Ref, STDs for you, me, and Gustavo. look at those clouds. There's somebody departing right there, just starting the circle. This looks like real life. Everest is northwest from Kathmandu. So that would be out that direction. So it's either there, one of those peaks. Man, what an incredibly beautiful part of the world to fly in and out of. And incredibly unforgiving, that's for sure.
Kathmandu traffic, China 760, taking off runway 20.
I mean, you talk about unforgiving. All right, 230 at KT 920. That's helping us keep our climb rate up. Oh, look, how cool is that?
Kathmandu traffic, TSI 705, flying up runway 23, backtrack.
You can still see them departing there in line. Imagine viewing this through the Pimax Crystal. I know, Charlie Romeo, that would be something else.
I can see me on your window.
Is the 319 flex numbers on the Fenix perf calc realistic? Some say that flex temps of like 70 degrees. So no, that's totally realistic for a 19, Chris. Remember, the 319 is a lot smaller of an airplane. Same engine, albeit the engine is derated to have less thrust than the 20 and 21. It still doesn't even need as much as you would commonly see as far as thrust output. So a higher flex temp is much more common, up into the high 60s. I want to say, is it 70 is the limit? I have to check. I think we have a limit on ours of how much you can derate 19. But we also, this is a CFM, so but yes, it's just in the grand scheme of things, having higher flex numbers, absolutely realistic in the 19. Now you want to see 319 performance, go Toga. Do a Toga takeoff, and then you can really see the difference in the performance. And just because you want to do, like you're just doing flex because you think that's what everybody does all the time, there are conditions when a flex takeoff is not permissible. Case in point, if there's wind shear in the area, even if you have a really long runway and you're pretty light, you still, at least for us and most airlines that I know of, if there's wind shear, you're not going to derate the takeoff. So do a Toga during that condition, and you'll really see how she performs. Any 777 streams planned? Yes, Adrian. I've been wanting to get back into some Boeing stuff, but just I gotta, especially because I want to do, I want to use my Boeing tiller more. We're gonna do some more Boeing tillering around in the 777, but I just 319 dropped. I mean, come on, been waiting for the 1921 for 47 years, so gonna get a little bit of Airbus in for right now. But oh yeah, Boeing is coming, man. And this week, we'll have a couple streams this week, and I got that pretty much last trip, and then September is virtually wide open, so we're gonna be doing a lot of flying. On Avianca, Brazil, we had the 27 KCFMs, Homesick Angel, Wet and Light. Oh yeah, absolutely. Flex 80, yeah, Flex 80, I think, I want to say I've seen Flex 80. I want to say I've seen that. TBM and Chill. Joe Plains, Tout Ray, what's up, man? Yeah, we need to, that TBM had an update too, right? I really want to check it out.
Kathmandu traffic, PSA 705, departing out of runway 20, easily 1.
I just can't get over how
Kathmandu traffic.
Incredible the scenery is out here. I don't know where to look. I don't know if we should be outside view, I mean, that looks real. That's real life. I did a flex takeoff from Phoenix, 11-degree difference. I believe I took out some landing lights and ILS equipment on 26. Hey, Tyson, 11 degrees. Bump that sucker up to Toga, my man. Especially if it's at 11 degrees. Is that off the ECAM or off of the METAR OAT? Because a lot of times the ECAM will be a little bit hotter just because of where you are, and that's what you want to go off of. So if the METAR is saying 33, and let's say you have a flex of 34, theoretically you're okay, right? But if the ECAM is saying it's 34, 35, even though the METAR says 33, you should be going Toga. I have not to Qatari. That'll be coming up next. Landed in a Paro last night, 2,500 feet per minute on 3-3. Hey, you know what, Simmersai? At least you got her down, right? At least you got her down. You're not the first one to smash it in a Paro. Oh, it was off the ECAM, Tyson? Right on. Do your Airbus probes read hot under 60 on the ECAM? E-Jet probes do. A little A-Rot. I mean, I think all of them do, right? If you're just baking out in the sun, it's probably going to be, it's like your car, right? Your car, you get in your car, it's parked, it says it's 124 outside, you start driving, it's 115. Just like, actually, just yesterday in Vegas, we landed 43 on the ECAM right after landing. So we left the flaps at 1, parked at the gate, and it actually went down, which I thought was kind of weird. I don't know if it was just because maybe the runway was hotter and it was 38 or 39 when we parked at the gate. So if it's within a degree, I just take the most conservative option. You're never going to go wrong with being slightly more conservative as opposed to slightly more risky. Denver in the summer is an experience. Oh yeah, always is, man, always is. I remember the first time I took off out of Denver in an Embraer, I was in the right seat, and we had like, I want to say A-Rot, normally it's always what, flaps 2 or 3? We had a flap 1, which in the Embraer, the 170, was weird. And I just remember taking up the almost, not the entire run, but a long takeoff roll. I'm like, what is going on? That was the welcome to density altitude lesson. Did you hear about the Middle East 73400? I did not, John. Runway overrun on a tail strike. Eesh. That's never very good. All right, it's going to be a short flight. Let's get the seatbelt sign off now because we all know that they're not going to be able to have that seatbelt sign off for long. Oh, I just got disconnected. Uh-oh. Network error. Trying to reconnect. Still live, right? AJ Funard, what's up, man? Glad to see you survived that state fair. Thanks for the $5 super chat. My man says V1 doing this approach so we don't have to listen to an angry German swear at ATC putting a mountain in the way. Shots fired, AJ. Shots fired, my man. Thanks for the $5 super chat, dude. Yeah, A-Rot, that's... Yeah, exactly. And that was it was my first one. I just remember the first time ever doing it. I'm like, wow, why are we taking so long to accelerate? It was like 100 degrees in Denver. Seems like the Fenix figured out how to not have funky flame blades with native frame gen as well. Yes, Al, I love it. I love, because I am running frame generation, but native frame gen. Look how good that looks with native frame generation. So I'm not running a frame gen mod anymore. I'm running a frame generation through the 4080 Super. And it just looks great. I still can't believe there are so many CFM fans in the channel. Honestly, I think it depends on where you live in the world, right? Because if your hometown airline is only CFMs, you're probably just a CFM fan. Which I totally understand. Everest, a big one at 11 o'clock? Let's take a look. Oh, that one? That can't be. Is that Everest? They all look pretty dang tall, man. Any mountain climbers in chat? Like just rock climbers? Exclamation point specs, Mr. Dog. Let's see, I'll call them up for you. Eamon Burke, welcome to Commercial Pilot. Glad to have you on board. Cam M Data says if you brief this approach, you'll notice that for a 3-to-1 descent rate, you need 10 more track miles, so you have to get it dirty descent at a good 2,500 feet per minute. Oh yeah, Cam. We're going to be descent rate checks and bank angle checks all the way down. Once we get to our top of climb, which will be very soon, we are going to do a full approach briefing because we're going to need it. Let me go to settings real quick. And I want to turn off the cabin lights. There we go. Yeah, we're taking in the juice view now because once we get up to top of climb, we're going to spend a good 5-10 minutes briefing the approach thoroughly, making sure we get everything right. Everest has the smaller peak joined to it near the summit. The one at 11 o'clock looked about right. This one right here with a little peak right near the summit. Isn't that like a false summit? Man, some of the Everett's stories, the hikers, are just crazy, man. I mistyped the video card model. What'd I type? It should be an RTX 4080 Super. Look at that. I also love, look at the dimpling in the fuselage. It's like a soda can, man. Being pressurized up and down, up and down. It's our first officer today. Doesn't look like Gus. That's awesome. Dem dimples. Hudson Markle, thanks for the $5 super chat, my friend. I just finished up my long IR cross country. Oh yeah, finally starting down the check ride prep road. Hey, Hudson Markle, awesome stuff, man. Oh, you're closing in, man. It's the finishing stretch. IR cross country is done. Home stretch now, man. Oh yeah, I put 3080. Sorry, man. Yeah, it's our RTX 4080 Super. I'll fix that. Tom Pasco, 52,000 months of support. My man, appreciate you. Just got home from the Ocean City, Maryland Air Show to catch a live stream. F-18, F-22 Italian demo team. Wow. Wow. That's very cool. All the best aviation the same day. Hey, Tom, appreciate you, man. Thanks for the support. 52 months. It's quite the record. Yeah, Caro, I love it. More cycles on the 319. I just, details like that, you know, details like that. All those little micro fractures and stresses. Yeah, it's comforting, isn't it? So sometimes you'll get an airplane where you'll look at it and you'll see all the paint is missing on the rivet lines. I remember I took a really old E170. I don't know why I remember this. We're just talking about it. So we go down the jet bridge, and it's like one of the first 170s that we had in the fleet. And the captain's like, "Yeah, don't look at the dimpling or the rivets. See what the pressurization is doing to this airplane." I'm like, "Huh." And sure enough, man, every single rivet line, the paint had chipped off. So you could, I guess, if the rivets would flex a little bit more, that'd be one of the first areas to show signs of fatigue, I guess. So every rivet, you could see all the rivets because all the paint had chipped off where all the rivets were. But yeah, you could just see the dimpling here. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. 37 might be a little aggressive. Let's see. No, it's not because we're speeding up. Let's go 7.3. We'll get up there. We got plenty of time. I mean, we're landing at 8,000 feet, so I think that's cool. Are you set up with ads that keep popping up every so often? John Franco, unfortunately, nothing I can do, man. I have it set to the most conservative, so 30 minutes. I mean, I can do 30, 15, 5, or like every minute. So I picked the longest one I can. Every 30 minutes, if you don't have YouTube Premium, it scatters ads out. And it's not to everybody at the same time, but there's really nothing I can do about that. That's the longest separation between ads I can put on the channel. Hayden J. Robbins, thanks for the £2 donation, man. Any plans for a heli stream? Speed bed? Nah, maybe not a stream, Hayden, but I do have a potential video coming out. I'm going to be doing some Huey flying with the Moza AB9 Base here, so be looking for that to pop here pretty soon. Have I ever done Tegucigalpa? Yes, I have. We've done a couple, actually. Actually, we just went there in the 7.2, didn't we? Will you ever be back in the 727? I love that aircraft, and now there's a cargo jet livery. Yes, I know, swim and climb. Look, man, I wish I could fly them all. I want to fly them all. I just haven't had the time. Haven't had the time. We're going to be back in the 7.2, 777. By the end of September, you guys are going to be like, let me go back to work. I Mr. Dono, Flight Force. My man, I'm sorry, dude. Let me take a look here. I sure did. Flight Force, I'm sorry, man. I had alerts muted. Thanks for the $2 super chat, man. Why I not receive my Moza I need? Flight Force. I think they're going to start shipping towards the end of the month, right? So should be sooner than later. Should be sooner than later, man. But thank you, man. I appreciate you. Sorry that Mr. Super Chat there. YouTube keeps timing it every time I ask people a question. Oh, ad. I'm sorry. Yeah, the best. Look, the best I can suggest is getting YouTube Premium, especially if you watch YouTube a lot or have YouTube TV. Or, well, not YouTube TV. It doesn't apply to that. But if you spend any time at all on YouTube, just getting Premium makes it worth it. Paro land on 1-5, Jonas. That's what we're going for. If you like mountains that much, you should really revisit the Alps. Yes. Yes, McAllen. I want to do Alps flying, and I want to do some turboprop flying in the Alps. Yes. Yes, McAllen. Swim and climb. Not yet. And actually, I'm working on trying to get a mounting solution. So, but close. TBM in the Alps. Ooh. Stuck in the oars out of the window trying to gain speed. You caught up fast. Where you at, Zippy? They'll probably overtake you. All right, we are at top of climb, and we need to start looking at briefing this approach. So I'm going to turn down the airplane even more. And let's start looking at our approach and arrival into Paro. So first up is the Subsu 1. That's what we're on. It's pretty bland because basically we can go in Subsu, direct PR 888, max 185 at 17,000 feet. So that's all we got to worry about. I'm going to day chart so I can read this a little better. Zoom it in here. How do I make you full screen again? I thought there was a way to get rid of this. There we go. All right, PR 888, 17, max 185 knots. We're going to come all the way down. Oh, no, this is the wrong chart. This is the wrong chart. We switched arrivals, didn't we? We switched arrivals. We're doing the Zulu 15 star U. There we go. But I believe PR 888 is the same. So 17,000. Max 185, we're going to join this track. So first up, let's come down here and let's make sure that that's in there. 17 at or above. I'm going to make it a hard 17. The reason I'm going to make it a hard 17 is that's going to force us to cross that fix at 17,000, you would have thought, but it also sets you up better for the approach down. If you leave it at or above, depending on the rest of the profile, it may cross you high over there, but for this approach specifically, I like to be on the lower side of things getting started. That way you don't have to play catch up, because as you noticed, once you get in tight here to Paro, you don't have time to play catch up. You got to be ahead of the airplane, not only the physical situation of the airplane, flaps, gear, and all that. You need to be ahead of the descent profile all the way down this approach, because it's going to require some very steep descent rates to get her down, especially on 1.5. All right, so we have that. Can I get weather though from here? Because I wasn't able to pull it from how do I go to my flight? No, my flight arrival not available. Great. So can we try to pull? I don't think we'll be able to get it from here, will we? I'm passing over you now, Zippy. You may be too low for me to draw in traffic. You may be too low. It's hard to see a little turboprop down there. A little hard to see a little turboprop. Let's see. Weather request. VQPR. METAR from Paro to 1102. Okay, thanks. I'm going to throw yours in while I wait just to make sure. Looking at our descent, we're not going to go down at 330 knots. We're going to start at 280 initially. And we'll talk about that in a minute here. 110 at 2, Cav OK. So it's a beautiful day. There is no excuses. 300 missed? Oh, 3,000 missed? Really? So that's 11,000 feet above the field. Few 10,002. So 10:02, and temperature is 26. Rather warm for Paro. Rather warm, huh? So what is 10:02 on inches? 10:02 is 29.59. Pretty low. 29.59 is set in QNH. All right, looking at this approach chart, we're going to join, coming all the way around. 145, I'm going to highlight you. 816, 145 knots, we're pretty much going to be fully configured before there. So anything that we've talked about before, 2,000 feet, flaps 2, 180, that goes out the window on this approach. Configure early, be on time. We're probably going to be almost fully configured, if not fully configured, by this fix here. The minimums, mandatory at period is 13.8, RMP required. Cat C is 10.320 for minimums. 10.320. Barrel 10,320. We're being config full on this approach. We have a company message. Let's see if we got any additional ATIS. I don't know why I keep getting disconnected from my video premium. Late. Ain't nobody got time for that. No response on the weather, so relying on y'all. What's wrong with my winds? 110 at 2. 110 at 2 knots. What's wrong with my winds? Fixed your winds. Second one is correct. 170 at 14. Oh. $170 at 14, 28 now, and 1015 on the meter. 1015 is going to be 2997. Sounds better. All right, 2997, 10320 is set. Pull for standard again as we get ready to start down. Here comes our initial TOD. Let's go plan mode. Make sure everything's in the box here properly. Flight plan. Step it down. Subsu. PR 888, 1,785 knots max. There's the turn. There's our mandatory 13.8. 13.8 mandatory, 145 fully configured most likely, and then we start all the way down. Now we are not doing an FLS approach on this. We're going to be flying this in final app. So we'll come to the RadNav page. Okay, we don't have it installed, which I would wager that Druk Air or Royal Bhutan Airlines actually has FLS installed on their aircraft. I would imagine they do. And if you do, if they do, so let's go to sim settings, modifiable. Let's say they have that, LDEV, essentials, they have nav and go around. They've got all this stuff, I'm sure. So with FLS on, we don't want to do an FLS approach here. So you have to deselect it. So come to your RadNav page, and we're going to deselect the FLS approach. I'm showing you this because if you have that option enabled and you attempt to shoot this approach, you're going to get a fake localizer or an FMS localizer and slope, which is going to draw a straight line from the runway center line. And guess what? A straight line from the runway center line is not going to keep you clear of the mountain. So you do not want to do FLS. So if you're running with FLS selected, make sure you come in here and deselect this, and that'll allow you to do a final lap approach with LNAV, VNAV minimums. So we have that deselected, and we are ready to start down here in just a few minutes, it looks like. So our baro is set. We're going to run our landing distance. Let's go ahead and start down. There's 10 miles prior. Scrolling in. I'm a 17 initially. We can change that here, but let's go ahead and 17. Mach descent. Down we go. F-app is armed. Turn up the sim again. That meter was 10 hours ago? Well, that'll be fine. I can smell a green dot. Alright, so we're spooling back. We're starting down. Let's go to landing distance. VQPR 6, apply the METAR, which we don't really have. Landing weight, take the most conservative. Let's just say we land right now, 121.8. Weather is 170 at what? At like... zero, temperature 28, 1015. Ah, I don't know why it wouldn't let me do it. 00028 1015. Max manual braking, max reverse, auto thrust on, flaps full, 4,500 feet, factor distance 5,200. Landing distance available 7,200 feet. All right, we're already getting fast on the profile. Let's go ahead and get the speed brakes out. And you can see here, that's why I wanted to come down to 280. I probably should have reduced the Mach number. We don't have FMS2, so can we change it? No. Now, it's interesting. Did it actually draw the FLS approach? I see that dashed line. It did. So you can see, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. So this is part of the FLS approach system. But I have glide slope disabled, so theoretically we should not get a FLS slope. And I'm going to keep the LS buttons off. Let's see what happens. I've noticed a few discrepancies with the Fenix and FLS, at least our FLS system. Now I'm sure it could. There's probably 32 different FLS, SLS softwares out there that everybody's running different things. So, not to say that Fenix is wrong, but we're one of the few airlines that runs FLS and SLS, and there are some differences in what I see in our aircraft and what we have represented in the Fenix. So we'll just do our best. It shouldn't give us a slope when we get down there. Barrow of 2658. We'll hit the magic barrel ref key once we get down there. It'll be fine. It's not going to make a difference. We'll be fine. We will be fine. We can see the terrain. What is the transition out to? That's what we do need to know. Transition is 18th thou. Really? Translevel by ATC, transaltitude 18th thou. Alright. Alright, if we have to go missed, Godspeed. We're flying this sucker outbound. So, let me get flight recorder replay ready. Alright, replay is ready. I'm going to just select speed because I don't like how fast she's doing things. Speed Mach, 250, speed brake out. Let's get ahead of it, right? Full speed brakes, we're slowing down, coming on down. We're selected speed. Let's go ahead and activate and confirm the approach phase. Alright, approach phase is active. Theoretically, we should be able to arm it up. See, now this is incorrect. We shouldn't have F glide slope and F loc with the glide slope deselected. So I may just have to, yeah. What I'm going to have to do is, let's cancel the approach clearance, stay in nav. That's not correct. So I'm going to just turn FLS off. So in the real airplane, when you deselect FLS from the RadNav page, you won't get that. So we don't want to do FLS. So now you can see we don't need any of that. We've got our LDEV, VDEV, And now we can re-clear approach. We're final app. We're going to be final app on this approach on the way down. If you have to go missed, it's time to pray. Exactly. Start the replay early. I will start the replay. Yeah, I'll start it outside of, what do you say we start it right about before this circle? So anywhere in here. That's your responsibility. At 7:99 or 8:18, start the replay. All right, we're running the brakes. We have final lap captured. So we've already captured final lap. So we could set the missed approach altitudes up to 16,000 feet there per the chart. So I'm going to set 16,000, go around altitude, set 16,000 blue. And this is going to be spicy trying to slow down here. We'll see. Let's see. We're 17,000. We're 9 miles. We should be able to level here for a little bit, maybe not, and slow down. If not, we'll have to do a turn in the hold. But even trying to be early on it, look at that. It still got us. There we go. Now she's going to start shallowing out. Now it should start slowing down. Just re-upped its descent calc. Here comes the speed. We're still at idle thrust. Speed brake's full. Come on, baby. 18,000. Magic barrel ref key. Not quite yet. Once we get 250, we can sling the gear if we need to. I would prefer not to because of the terrain around here. But remember, your biggest speed brake is your gear. And again, I'm not one of the dozen pilots trained on this airport. All right, there we go. 2974 is set. That'll help us out. We're right on the limit of that flap speed, but we'll be fine. She's trending back. VFE next. Flaps 1. Get them out just a hair early. And we're coming on back. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Marwin El Khali. The constraint of 185. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Relax. Relax, my man. Flaps 2 coming out. And there we go. We could go ahead and stow it now. 180. I'm actually going to come back to, let's do 175, and that's a max of 185. I want to target 175, reason being, what's that going to give us, chat? That's going to give us 10 knots between flaps 3 in case we need it. All right, clear status, clear status. Cams are coming on. The next speed constraint is a maximum of 145 at 816. So we can pretty much do what we need to do on the speed here. Once we cross this fixed inbound.
Delta 9852,
let's do ones.
Flight level 190 is going down to 185 for roading and PR Papa Romeo 888.
All right, so he's holding. We'll get the seatbelts on. Let's get all the lights on because it's 8,000 feet. We're below that already. Now, what's interesting here is I wonder if they would do a PAX off on this. PAX off approach. I wonder if that's in the procedures, in the real procedures. All right, we're well ahead of the game. We're 160 now. Let's make a first radio call. Paro traffic, roll Bhutan 357. We're over Papa Romeo 888 on the RNAV Zulu 15, indicating 160 knots for the straight in 15 Paro traffic. PAX remain on in real life? Okay. PAX are on. You probably don't even need to be at 160 here. I'm just being a little extra conservative because I'm scared and I haven't done a practice approach. So what do the PAX do? Mo Aviator, if we were to turn PAX off on final, it would give us better climb performance if we have to go around. So if you turn the air conditioning packs off, you reduce the demand on the engines. So if you reduce demand, they're going to give you more thrust. But the packs are pneumatic air cycle kits. They run basically the air conditioning. What is our app speed? It is 126. We'll update the Magic Barrel ref key now. 2980 is the latest Magic Barrel ref. We'll update it again as we get on short final. Do the packs control pressurization? Yes, they're part of the pressurization system.
Paro traffic, runway 15, located airport parking, 8,500.
Looks like somebody already landed 1-5. We gotta keep in mind there's probably other pilots flying in here too. I want Orbix to do a scenery mesh for Paro. That's what I want. I want Orbix, Paro, Bhutan scenery. Yeah, we took a 146 in here, Dale. We did on X-Plane, I believe. Or no, I think we did it. I think we did it with the Just Flight 146. Throttletek, good to see you. Always had to slow now to keep speed manageable in the last descent to the runway.
Delta
All right.
9852 started holding on.
Good deal,
Papa
Throttletek.
Romeo
We'll actually, we're doing 160 now. We'll drop flaps 3 here in just a minute. Paro traffic, Royal Bhutan 357 over Papa Romeo 842 inbound, RNAV Zulu 15, Paro traffic. Since we're already flaps 2 160, I think we'll be okay. Now, what we'll probably do is we'll probably have to turn JipWiz off as we start that final turn inbound.
Tower traffic, Royal Bhutan 095. I can't squeeze this. Pan. I've lost all lateral navigation here during this visual.
How far out are you? Probably doesn't even know.
40 miles from Paro. This is just going to be a full visual.
Copy that. Keep us updated on your position. We're inbound now. Probably make it in before you do.
Paro traffic, China Southern 630, just left Papa Romeo
yes, I got the
744,
freeware installed,
70
Eric.
200
I did install the
minutes.
freeware before the stream, so I have the freeware Paro installed. I probably should have loaded in to check it, make sure it looked good. All right, let's go flaps 3 now preemptively. We're flaps 3, we're below F speed. I'm really surprised they bring CFMs in here. I wonder what the thought process was. Maybe it's just, maybe they had the 27Ks that Gus was talking about. Because, I mean, you get less flap deflection. It just feels like, I guess maybe they're more concerned with climbing out, really. Oh yeah, it's about to get spicy. We'll start the replay inside of 799. That's when we'll start the replay. We're looking good. We're on the path. We got 145 max. Let's go ahead and dial in 150 here. We're probably going to sling the gear here as we make that turn after 818. All right, I'm going to try not to look at this outside because we're going to have the replay for this approach, so we got to focus on this one. All right, I will start the replay now. It's a relatively small file in replay mode. So replay is on. We have replay activated, and we are looking good. Paro should be off all right. Oh, it's in the next valley over. It's right over. It's off that valley, I believe. Look at this. This would be so wild. Hold on to your butts. All right. Let's manage up the speed and go gear down. Speed brake arm. VFE next, minus 10, flaps full. That's affirmative. We're beam Paro right now on that opposite valley, about to make the turn inbound.
Roger, we got you ahead of us. I'm gonna follow you in just so we can get the right track.
Copy that. Sounds good. We're slowing down to 130 knots, about ready to make that turn inbound. All right, so we're on speed. Landing checklist. Cabin crew advise auto thrust, speed, auto brakes, medium.
Terrain ahead.
Jip whiz will come off. Jip whiz is off. Ground spoilers armed, flaps full, gear down, 3 green. Landing checklist is complete. So when you're up high like this, above 2,500, or excuse me, above 2,000 RA, you're going to have to read the ECAM out from the checklist because you will not get a landing all green here.
And then on the hold, are you exiting? Otherwise,
I'm exiting the hold in the 18,000, city 185.
okay, we're into the hold.
What a frickin' sim. What a sim. Next challenge, hand flown from 18 thou. We'll hand fly it here once we turn in. I'm kind of interested to see how the Phoenix is performing here on this RP, which it's actually bang on, so surprise there. Once we break inbound here and I see with the valley, I'll hand fly. We'll probably come off of path a little bit. Paro traffic, Royal Bhutan 357, just outside of Papa Romeo 816 inbound, RNAV Zulu 15, Paro traffic. Yeah, this mountain ridge right here that's getting up there, y'all. That's no John Denver. Definitely a little more rocky than that.
Paro traffic, Royal Bhutan 2095. We are to the southeast of Paro, approximately 20 miles. Looks like we're probably trying to circle down into the valley for the 15.
Ooh, wind shift there, it's tripping it out. Okay, the VDEV has went through the roof, which is interesting. Yeah, so we're gonna go autopilot off. Let's go flight directors off. Bird on. Manual thrust. Auto thrust is off. We're gonna start down here. I don't like where this is taking us here on the VDEV. Because this is that valley where you circle in normally. Now 319, you can't go speed brakes here. So even if I try, speed brake disagrees. So see, you got no speed brake. So I'm gonna try to. Well, I can't float the spoilers. This is why you probably should do the other circle. So we're gonna dive and drive. I'm actually going to do an S turn here in the valley. I see that speed. Sync rate check. We're going to do a bank angle check to the right. We're doing an S turn here. Help us get down.
02095. I think I'm on your tail. I'll see if I can follow you in.
Bank angle check. See the monastery at 12 o'clock. Stay on the left side of the river. This is going to be tight, chat.
Minimum
Watch that speed. There's a minimum.
2,500.
I don't know if this is going to work. We'll hold it here on the left. The only way this is going to work, if we sync rate check all the way down here, we got to get down. Sync rate check. We're going to sync rate check all the way down, then we got to level. That's the only way we're going to make this work. So keep it coming down. Sync rate check. I'm watching the speed. Still keep coming down. Still keep coming down. Still keep coming down.
Partner spoilers.
Thank you. Okay, now we can level. Ish. And break it over. have a weird feeling about this one. Right over this guy's house. We've seen this guy's house before. Sync rate check.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Pull up.
Check. Yeah, bank angle check. Yeah, bank angle check. Drive it down, drive it down, drive it down.
40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel. Ooh, buddy. Manual brakes, 70 knots. Ooh, was it illegal, Andre? It was close, dude. It was close. I don't know. What is legal in Paro?
Paro traffic rowboat 10, 2095. We've entered the valley on a right-hand turn. We'll be following the river.
We can't take that taxiway. We learned that the hard way. We got a back taxi here. Turk says it's 100% illegal. We'll have to check. We'll have to check.
Delta 9852, passing Papa Romeo 730 and descending 13,800 for Papa Romeo.
So much extra
799,
speed there coming
following
down.
the
That's why
car on
I
the
should have
final
done
Delta
that other
97
approach where you
Paro.
circle. Oh boy. Paro traffic, Road Bhutan 357 back taxi. Uh-oh. We're going to send somebody around.
What is the altimeter in Paro, please?
2988. I can take that taxiway? I thought it was back taxi only. Remember we crashed the last time we did it? Because we hit the light pole.
Traffic.
All right, let's stop the recording.
Power traffic, China Southern 630 going around.
Don't you have to back taxi? Was that the pan guy? I don't know. All right, we'll pick it up. We'll pick it up. We'll pick it up. Yeah, Team Vodka, we definitely hit a light pole. We were taxiing off at Paro. We hit a light pole and crashed on that taxiway.
Paro traffic, this is Road Bhutan 2395. Is the runway clear?
About another 5 seconds, it'll be clear. Go for the Southwest taxi. Was it an X-plane?
Due off the road.
It might have been an X-plane. I don't see anybody coming on final, so we're looking good. We're looking good. So I want to believe that that approach is for not the 319, because the one that we should have done is the circle, our own circle, because that you come down on that approach and you're just too high to get down. So I think the other one would have been the way to go, the regular circle. All right, we'll take this gate right here.
Delta 9852 is entering the valley, gonna follow visual.
Runway's clear.
52.
Paro traffic, runway's clear.
Road Bhutan 2395 landing.
Oh, there he comes. Hold on, we gotta go watch it. We gotta watch this guy land. Ooh, that was a good. Brakes are set. Drone cam. He's in an ATR. He should be fine.
It's zippy, man.
Yeah, Aaron, that's what it was. We had collision turned on when we first came in here, and we hit a light pole with the wingtip. That's why I didn't want to take that taxiway. I feel bad I had that other guy went around. Oh, he's way fast, too, even in an ATR. Look at him nosing down. That's like us. Meow. But it's an ATR, man. He'll be fine. Ooh. You know he's fast when he's three-pointing it. Ooh. Ooh. Brakes. Center line? I don't know if I have collisions on or not, Kyle. So that's why I was scared to shut it off. So, yeah, we taxied off, and down there at the end is where we hit a light pole. But I also think it was the default scenery. So that's what threw me off. I apologize to that guy that had to go around. Gosh, look at the mountains in here, though. All right, let's wait for the next guy. Let's save that replay, though, because we want to watch that. So we're going to save that. VQPR 319. That replay is saved. Yeah, Zach, I'm fairly positive I remember exactly what happened now. It was a, I'll tell you what, let's just shut down since we're going to be here for a minute. It was default scenery, and I think we might have even been in the, were we in the 320 Neo? That might have been what it was. GPU's coming on. 3-minute cooldown. Let's shut them down. It looked pretty close to the in real life videos. Let's dismiss that. Let's go. I'll tell you what. Let's open up the forward stairs. 1 left, 2 left. Aft stairs. I want to look at that chart again. I mean, it's a 3.5 path from 816, which we were on more than 3.5, and we still S-turned it to come down. I mean, they may have, I don't know. I like the other approach we did where you come in, for the Airbus specifically, you come in here and then you do this circle manually, and then you land it this way. So we might have to try again, we'll probably in the 777, no doubt. If we try to take the 777 in here, we're going to have to do that circle, because that's really probably even the safer way to come down than the RNP. So, because we were way more than 3.5, and it was still way high. I was floating the spoilers and everything. All right, here he comes. Here comes the Delta and Paro. The circle is an old VOR procedure. Yeah, Captain Benny, that's the chart that I had. It was an old VOR procedure, but somebody said, I mean, chat knows all. Somebody said that they still do it, so I don't know. But if you look at that other RNAV for 3.3, you can do the RNAV 3.3 and then circle. CFIT Master on final. Yeah, I don't know about that. Higher than a van full of hippies there, Delta. He's so... Oh, come on, slew mode. Oh, come on. Slew mode. Wah, wah. Slew mode. Slew mode. All the way.
Gonna hate.
Slew mode. I can't believe Gustavo had to use slew mode. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me?
Paro traffic, direct Paperon 7999 descent.
Mode.
Slightly correction, descent altitude.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I had higher expectations for you.
Expect
Fire runway
NF.
is clear.
There's some.
Runway 15.
There's another 319 on final.
Paro traffic, PSA 705.
PSA 705.
5 miles out for the RNP runway 15 approach.
Let's see this next guy come in.
Paro traffic.
Let's see the next guy come in. PSA 705. He's up next. Johan Jacobs. I thought it would have been for turboprops only, but it doesn't. I didn't see a note on there. Was there a note on there that says turboprops only? Flight Sim Dad. Yeah, you know, someone also mentioned Skardu, Pakistan. We'll have to try that for sure, Flight Sim Dad. We'll add that.
It allows up to Charlie aircraft go, so yeah, you just need to do the enter of the valley visual.
Hey, you just worry about your slew mode. I'll fly the airplane.
Nah, haters gonna hate like man.
That was an Xbox move right there. Slew mode, Scotty, too. It's if you hit Y on the keyboard, you can basically position the airplane in space wherever you want to, vertically, laterally, horizontally. So yeah, FSX Gustavo. Yeah, we'll have to do. Is there a good Skardu scenery? Is there a good Skardu scenery? Maybe we'll do that in the 7.2 next, and then, or in the future anyway. I'm looking at charts and it says circling not authorized for all the approaches. Interesting, Hudson. Interesting. Well, I'm sure we don't have all the charts either. I'm sure everybody's got our Royal Bhutan has their own procedures as well. And their own SOPs of what, you know, they probably have. Be fully configured here, be this speed here, maximum. So we're also dealing with limited information with our charts, I'm sure. All right. What we should do is Paro in a 7.2. Could you imagine taking a 7.2 in here? Oh, look at this guy coming around like an F-16. This guy's this guy's way high too. Look at this. Oh my word. PSA, I don't know, brother. Yeah, that's why you should always do a practice approach if you want to stream. Because if I had done one practice approach, I would have seen that coming in high there over that final approach point. Oh, yeah, that ain't going to happen, brother. That ain't going to happen. His airplane is in, like, overspeed protection. Oh, come on, Slur. Oh, look at that. He's going to land it on the nose wheel. Oh, that's a nose wheel landing. Uh-oh. Good night. We'll send the trucks.
Send help.
Even with the slew mode.
Yeah, that would need some trucks.
That would need, yeah. We got an Airbus down. We got an Airbus down in the valley. Oh, my goodness.
Planes are rolling, calling back.
Oh, my word.
That was just like a Zach Wilson pass.
That was, if Zach Wilson ever flew into Paro, that's what it would look like.
7630, restarting the approach from Papa Romeo 777.
I was trying to play a song.
At least it was a 150.
Yeah. Okay, in the building maybe. Oh man! All right.
Get some space.
Let's see. Is there anybody else on final? Let's see. It's 4:30. I got to wrap it up here. So, let me see if anybody else is closing in here. There is actually. There's someone coming around the corner. AFL. This guy took off from New Delhi. This is like a legit. He's in a 320. Oh no! Is this the guy that had to go around? All right. This is the guy that had to go around. We got somebody around in the corner here. Again, for the approach. Migs, thanks for the $2 Canadian super chat, man. Slew your way out of that one. Yeah, it did not happen for that guy. Did not happen for that guy. Oh my goodness. I was trying to find a good song for that. I was trying to play taps for that guy, but all right. We'll get some drama music on. Dramatic music. We got one more. I don't even think this guy's part of the stream. I think he was just flying here from Delhi and we just happened to ruin his day. He slewed himself into the poor people's living rooms. Yeah, he went right into the living room. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, he's way out. brother. At least he went way. I don't know where he came in. Maybe did he come in from the other side? Oh boy. He's going to go into overspeed protection here pretty soon. It's going to be forcing the nose up. Oh, I don't know. He might make it. He's looking. He might. Get down, then slow down. Get down, then slow down. Oh, there's another guy on final right behind him. Oh, yeah. He's. Oh, come on. Look at all these slewers. These are all slewers. And he's still going to land it on the nose wheel first. And he's in the dirt. Oh! Oh.
That was off-road.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, and the weather, the weather just updated. Oh, there was a guy on short final.
Starting to see why this is
Oh, no. Oh, no. He's going around. Who is that? What is that? He's going around. The weather loaded in. He lost visual. So where are all the smack talkers about my landing, huh? Where are all the smack talkers about my landing, huh? I believe I'm the only one that got down.
Smack talker about my landing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's right
I
here.
did at 159.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 159. My butt. All right, I think that's everybody down. We got ATRs, we got Deltas, we got Azules. We had 2 crashes. Man, this was almost as violent as the as our Columbia stream. All right, let me make sure nobody else is on final. No, I think everyone's down. All right. All right, let's start the replay. The guy I sent around is coming back around. He's around the other valley. Oh, should we wait? Should we wait for the guy we sent around? I feel like we have to. We sent him around. We owe him the respect. We owe him the respect of waiting for him to land here. It was my fault, so I'll go to the end of the touchdown zone right about here. It's a good spot. Oh my goodness. This is too much. Let's get some suspenseful music. Yeah, that bank angle guy suddenly looks competent and smooth. Bank angle check. Oh man. Now he's gonna really feel the pressure. Let's see where he is. Guys, if you enjoyed the stream, do please hit that like button. Thank you. Oh, we already surpassed 319 likes. Wow, it did an update for me. I was like, wow, we only have 200 likes. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hitting the like button. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the support today. Today was fun. Sometimes you got to break it up and just have fun, right? Sometimes you just got to have fun. All right, yeah, we have a CSN China. He's on approach, and then there's actually that guy that just went around. But, I mean, it looked like he would have made it on that first attempt, right? I kind of screwed him up. Green dot playlist. Tavat and Montenegro is also quite, yes, not as challenging as sure. You know, I've done Tavat in the sim flight sim.
Level 138 and expect RF Zulu approach runway 15.
This guy's a local. He sounds like a local. Fly to live. Yes, you did crash into a building with over 5. I think there was actually 600 people watching you crash into the building. Zippy, you did a direct to Bogop and the FMS went lost my flight plan. Yeah, that's hey, at least you were able to find the airport, Zippy.
Power traffic, China Southern 630, overhead, Papa Romeo 816.
He sounds pissed.
Sending final to runway 15.
Oh yeah, he's pissed. He's pissed. We gotta. He's gonna land. Could you imagine if he has to go around on this one? He might just alt F4. All right. He's German, obviously. All right. He should be coming down any second now. Was the yo-yo working on your approach? Cat 3 Design, good to see you, man. You know what, Cat 3 Design, we got her down. It wasn't pretty, but we got her down. We did a little steep turn there to help us come down. I was trying to roll, so like in the 320, I mean, you can float the spoilers without banking by just going full left, full right a little bit. A little cheat code. I tried doing that. Didn't really work, so I just had to go full-blown steep turn mode. And we got her down. We've witnessed 2 or 3 crashes so far, so. But Cat 3 Design, good to see you here, guys. If you're interested, again, Cat 3 Design, the tiller man himself, the Airbus tiller, the Boeing tiller. Always a pleasure to see you stop by the chat, man. All right, here he comes. Oh, come on, a 380? Bruh. What is this? Who is this guy? Oh, somebody spawned in front of him. You better clear the runway. Okay. With your, that's an Azobo flight model right there, ladies and gentlemen. And that is an Azobo flight model. And that's why you shouldn't fly default airplanes or Captain Scam. All right, let's watch the real professional. He should be right around the turn here. Oh, this track sounds deep. That might have been Swiss 001, yeah. All right, he's on the turn now. We got to watch this guy. This is the last one we're going to watch, and we're going to do our own replay. Perfect track for him. Probably the Bredock 380. Come on, where's he at? Where's he at? He's going to come around that hill any second. Oh, there he is. Spotted. He's fully configured. He's better off than half the guys we watched today. He's diving down. He's diving down. Ding, 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 ding. High speed. What's that in the Embraer? High speed. High speed. Oh, he's really lowering that nose. Oh, oh, brother. Uh-oh, this is not going to end well, chat. This is not going to end well. 321. Oh, go around, go around, go around, go around. What a hell of a go-around. Yeah. If y'all remember, Phantom and I multi-crewed this in the 321, and we're successful. Wow. All right, he tried. Nailed it. Okay, there's nobody else, right? Who's... There is one more out there.
That sucks a bit.
Here it is. This is the last one. This is it. Last one. Another 320. He held on to that thing pretty good, didn't he? I mean, he really... That was a hell of a go-around. All right, there's the bank angle check. You got to buzz this guy's house. If you're going to make this approach, you got to buzz... Got to buzz that guy's house right there. Ooh, brother. Aeroflot is going around. All right. Too tight. Popcorn. All right. Well, let me show you how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Let me move it to where we touched down at. I think we touched down. I think we were legal. I'm going to put it right here. Let's pause the music. Let's disconnect the camera so I don't follow it. All right. Let's go back to the airplane. Let's go back to ready state here. Put the engine masters up. We'll go flaps 3, I think. That looks good. Panel states are ready. Activate. Make sure all our lights are on. It's going to take a second here. It's going to spool them up. All right, get your votes in now. Here, I'll make a poll. Again, for legal purposes, all we're looking is, did we touch down within the touchdown zone or not? Don't worry about the speed being 30 knots over VREF. Don't worry about the sync rate, bank angle checks. All we're looking at for legality purposes, did we land in the touchdown zone? Did we catch that last stripe? So the poll is up now. Only the replay will tell. Only the replay will tell. Let's close all the doors up. All our lights are on. Clear the cautions out. Brakes hot. Yeah, I'd imagine so. All right. Let's see. Replay, engage.
Terrain ahead.
Oh, gosh.
Pull up.
Side stick's going bananas. All right, we're going to pause it. I'm going to run it forward.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Let's run it forward a little bit here. Let it catch up. Let it reload everything here. Gears down. So we weren't high there. We were 12.2 coming over the mountain. This is when we started our bank angle checks. I have no doubt you touched down in the touchdown zone, but let the replay be the judge. Thank you, Cat 3. Hey, at least Cat 3's on my side. All right? Cat 3 design's on my side. Wow, 74% of you say I am not in the touchdown zone. Yees of little faith. Did y'all not learn on the last time? Look at these steep turns I'm doing. Frickin' 45-degree bank steep turns in the valley here. Pretty sure that is not authorized. Well, I don't know. You can do that circle. I want to try this approach again and do my own circle like we did last time. Look at the flap shaking. Look at that flap shake. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need to disconnect. Thank you. Avail premium disconnection. Thank you. Thank you, Zippy. Thank you. All right, so here we are. We're coming down high and fast. We were idle the whole way down, too. So I'm going to watch it from this view here. I want to listen to it, and then I'm going to make my determination if we were legal or not. So yeah, if you want to do this approach and get down, you basically have to buzz this house here. If you don't buzz that house, I should have even been lower. You can see I was still about 100 feet high. There, maybe 50 feet high.
Think rate.
Some great check.
Think rate.
Bank angle check.
Pull up.
Pull up check.
Pull up.
Pull up check.
Pull up. Think rate.
40, 30, 20.
Oh, brother.
5.
Oh, I don't know, Chad. I don't know. I don't feel good about that. You know, the one in, what was it, LaGuardia? Where I made a bet with one of y'all in chat. I don't know. It's going to be tight. No, I don't think we did. AJ, thanks for the $3 super chat. Appreciate you, AJ. All right. Hold on. We're gonna analyze this. Now, remember, the tail can be in the touchdown zone, right? Oh, I mean, come on. Okay, back to that center line, though. Look at that. Hey, Gustavo, that is no slew right there, Gustavo. All right, hold on. We're gonna back this up. We have to dissect this in slow mode. Hold on. We're gonna do this at 0.25 speed. Oh, that's gonna take too long. We'll go forward a little bit. All right. When did we drag it on? That was a pretty darn good landing as far as impact. Slew Stavo. All right, where does it kiss? There, that right one is down. Oh my gosh, come on. It's like, for there only being 12 real-world pilots trained to land here, I think we could let this one slide. What did Gustavo say? The rule on the field is that the reception was out of bounds. Turnover on downs. Right there. It's down. It's down. I see a pixel of rubber touching. That's about as much as I can cheat it. I mean, the tail is still in the touchdown zone. The tail, in my expert opinion, end of the APU cone was well within the inside of the touchdown zone. See? There we go. Cat 3 design says we're in the touchdown zone. Look at the tail. Look at the tail. Tail is in the touchdown zone, chat. We are legal. We are legal. We are legal. Look at that touchdown, though. I mean, come on. For being 30 knots fast over the threshold. All right, let's watch it. Oh, no. Hold on. Let me pause replay. Let's go 1x speed. Let's watch it from this view here. Listen to those CFMs. See how much lower I am, though? Hold on, look at that. That's how you know I'm professional. Just kidding. But just look at the difference, guys. So, and we were still barely legal. APU cone is in, but look at this. Look how low I was, and I still barely made it. I mean, not even made it. By made it, I mean we landed without using slew mode like Gustavo. But you got to be at least half that altitude, or not even half that altitude. You got to be slower. We were just still too fast. But look at that. That's what a no slew approach looks like, Gustavo. I mean, I'm actually not terribly disappointed. I'm not terribly disappointed with that landing, if I'm being completely honest with you. Dale, I think you're right. About 100 feet lower would have probably been the max juice. Let's go back. Let's go into the airplane. So let's take it back to when we crossed the hill. It's kind of hard to tell.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
So right here, we should be at 13.8. We're still past that. We're still 13.1. We weren't high on the brick. We were right on it. We were right on. And then the VDEV reset, and I said, okay, we got to go. We got to dive and drive. So still the best landing today. Exactly. Slew Stavo. There's our S-turns. We'll watch one more from right here, and then I'll give you guys the full replay. And then look how cool that is, though. I still have the speed brakes armed. Let's disarm those. It's because the reversers are out, that's why. Look at the pitch angle. We were diving down. Think rate check. You're a passenger. You're just like, oh my goodness. I actually don't mind the flyby sounds here. This. No bounce. Pretty smooth. I'd say that's like a what? A 150? Maybe? I think that was pretty smooth. That might have been better than that. All right. That's all we have time for. I've had too much fun. I'm going to wind you guys all the way back to right about here. And we were about flaps 3. It's spoilers are disarmed. They're armed. I'm going to leave you guys with one long replay. Enjoy the sail. We've got it running now. All right, y'all. This was it. This is it. That was fun. Thank you all for tuning in for the short stream day. Well, actually it went 2 hours, but short flight. Obviously, it wasn't strictly SOP. Obviously, we're having a little bit of fun with it, but I hope you had fun watching because I sure had fun flying. Thank you all for tuning in with me on this Sunday afternoon. Shout out to all the membership gifts, the milestones, the super chats, Cat 3 Designs stopping by to say hello. Been a long-time supporter of the channel. If you guys want a tiller, I can't stress it enough. It's totally different when you start taxing jetliners with a proper tiller in the sim. It'll change your immersion for serious. So, Cat 3 Design, check them out in the description below if you're interested in upping your flight simulation hardware. And that's it. We'll be back tomorrow in a 321. We're going to be comparing some real-world performance values that I took in my last flight just 2 days ago. Actually, yesterday. I don't even remember. Just 2 days ago. So, hope to see you on that one. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. Soup!
Think rate.